Some nerds.
For me and Moon. So come on, Marvel.
We watch some Halo too.
Hey, and don't be afraid. Cause Morbius bites. I want you to give it to me till my blood cells turn all white. Hey, so who has got those white teeth? Who's the Spider-Man freak? Who is on this show this morning? Nobody, baby. Ain't nobody got her yet. Hey, what's up, y'all? It is another morning, man, and we out here, bruh, doing our thing. Oh shoot, I still got my little classical in the background. Hey, just so y'all know, bro, today gonna be one of them laid back, kick it, chill. You know what I'm saying? Sit down with your boo and just watch, kind of kick it, cause we ain't got no guests. We ain't got. Let me shut up. Let me not downplay. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know if you all are aware, but a few things are brewing in the world today before we get started this morning. So obviously we have Morbius, which is hitting next week. If I'm not mistaken, next Friday, Morbius will be officially in the movie theaters. So that's dope. We got Moon Knight dropping next week. Hallelujah. And it's about time because we've seen about 10 million trailers. All right, so let's go ahead and get that up by now. We also have just released, if I'm not mistaken, yesterday, the Halo live action version that is on Paramount Plus. Those of y'all who haven't seen it, we're going to talk about it. The Adam Project came out a few weeks back. We've been watching that. But we are extremely fascinated. Also, and still episodes of DMZ are out. If you haven't been watching, Ava DuVernay is doing her thing. And, of course, Ahsoka Tano is the one starring in it. This week, there also was some pretty big developments in the world of Star Trek as Picard is continuing to go down its path of nostalgia by giving us all things Star Trek, The Next Generation, all things Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, as well as Voyager, all collide in the world of Picard. But first, let us go ahead and marvel on the fact that once again, our very own Morbius will be coming to the big screen this upcoming week. And just in case you didn't know what Morbius is all about, here's a quick reminder of what Morbius do, homie. Hey.
Michael Morbius. Discover who you're meant to be. The bad guy.
That's what we call a teaser here because we don't want to get our show canceled. So what's going on? It's me, the boy Vince Taylor, man. I'm here. We're going to host it all through. And, of course, alongside me, we've got the Queen Yazzie. Of course, we've got Steph Ray. We've got the homie Tyrone. And we've got Tyleem, the Ties multiversed it up. And today, we, the New Blurred Order, let's go ahead and get into some of this geek stuff as we do every week. Go ahead and tell us what it is.
Hey, guys, I love the New Blurred Order. You should, too.
Whoa. All right, man. So check it out, bro. Like I said, today's going to be a light day. We're going to talk about Morbius coming out next week. We're going to talk a lot about Moon Knight coming out next week. But before we did all that, bro, just to keep it real, like we ain't just talked in a while, bro. We need a mental health day if it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because life is life. And it's happening. This whole time we sit here and we do our little thing on Saturdays and act like we don't have no whole life outside of it. But there's a whole life strain going on outside of these boxes that we're in on these little shows. And I don't know, man, before we went live, we were just vibing about some of the stuff that was happening in our lives. So before we get into Morbius, which I'm geeked up about because I think that Morbius is actually going to be one of the most official outside of the Amazing Spider-Man, one of the most official Sony projects. We're talking about this is going to be like in my opinion, it's like the Captain America Part 3. It's the Civil War. We've got the Vulture from the Homecoming is be making an appearance in this, which takes it from the multiverse to the Sonyverse. We've got Amazing Spider-Man making cameos in the background. And then we of course have the potential, since in the comics Morbius and Blade were nemesis, We have the potential for the introduction of Mahershala Ali's Blade in this Morbius movie. I don't know for a fact, haven't heard anything about it, but it would make sense. So we're definitely going to wrap on that. But Steph was talking about all the problems she has staying awake because she's so busy working tirelessly on the railroad day and night for the man, and nothing else. Zero other activities. All business, all day.
Basically, yeah. I and you're at the bottom now. You're still rolling.
Is that Atlas?
Yes, I think it's Atlas. I think I threw in a little data list there.
You're muted, Ty. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Ty, your mouth is moving, but we can't hear the words out of your mouth.
I thought it was Atlas. I know Atlas holds up the planet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like supposedly suspends the planet. So I don't know if that's Atlas. It's a lot of different things. Technology, so
I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I didn't know what he was talking about. All right. You know, so you.
We lost Vince.
lost him.
This is Vince's one reboot of the day.
7 minutes in.
He was about to ask you probably a very personal question about your life. So get ready to
you're
bob
back.
and weave that one. Oh, here he is. Welcome back, Vince.
Sisyphus. I thought so.
Sisyphus.
Yeah.
There you go.
He has the eternal punishment of forever rolling a boulder up a hill in the depths of Hades. Yeah.
Sisyphus. Okay. All right. That's how you feel. All right.
Yeah.
Now,
like
how,
I'm constantly
go ahead.
rolling a boulder up.
Is that boulder your personal life or your everything else that you jump?
See.
Right now it's both. It was just professional. It's become personal recently, so that's been super duper fun. So it's just like boulders on all sides. Like both hands are rolling boulders uphill, and then just as you get to the top, they slip out of your grasp and roll back to the bottom, and you got to go down and do it again. So that's like every day is just
We're still talking about
rolling boulders.
We're still talking about actual boulders and hills, right?
No, we're talking about sex now. If you can't,
okay. All right.
It's very hard for Steph to push those big boulders up the hill.
I wish we were. If we were talking about that, I'd be a lot less stressed. We're not. That's part of the problem.
Nah, I'm just messing with you, of course. Shout out to Minnie. That was Minnie talk about. This is Minnie talk about we taking donations. And he's not lying. So go to $ New Blurred Order. Throw it in there. All right, yeah. Now, yes, you've been going through it too. My God, you've been going through it. Now, I ain't asking you to talk about your personal life, but Jesus.
Yep. It comes in threes. That's all I'm gonna say. So I think I've gotten my threes, and my due diligence for my good karma can come back now. So universe, hear me. Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna hold hands and say a prayer to Odin.
Please, let's speak to the gods, because we could do it. We could do a sacrifice. Anybody got a goat?
I have a goat. All right, it's in my refrigerator. It's curried up already.
Cool.
It's been cooked.
I'm with that sacrifice. So go ahead. All right, I'm with that sacrifice.
Let's take a bite of that goat before you sacrifice. Let me taste that the sacrifice is worth it.
I would love to do a Viking sacrificial. Like I'm watching The Last Kingdom right now.
Yeah.
And, at the beginning of The Last Kingdom, they do a human sacrifice, and the way that they just accept their fate like it's no big deal is always going to be fascinating to me. They're like, oh, the seer has chosen you. Oh, my time to die. Hell yeah, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Who just walks up to this hole and jumps in and shit. You're like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying, dude? No questions. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, yo, hold on, wait, why? Are you sure she chose me? She can't really see. You know what I'm saying? Like, she might have, I don't know, but maybe we need to do something like that. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? As well, Ty, you have a different schedule now. Like, you have an eerily scheduled extracurricular activities going on with your kids, right? Where they are eerily timed to fit to be right when you broadcast your shows, right?
You can't hear him right now, but he's literally at Prince William. Prince William.
Uh-oh.
Oh, your twist look nice.
Thank you. Prince William. Okay, so he's gonna act like he doesn't hear me, but he's literally getting ready to go to soccer practice right now.
Yeah.
He's donned in his. Oh, there he is. Come here.
Uh-oh,
here.
come on
Show
in.
off
Get
your
in here. Yeah,
soccer
Ty Jr.
attire.
Meet that
I'm the
family.
JR.
player.
What's
Come
up,
here,
BTJR?
Look. This is
Hey!
the next level. The
Pull
next
up.
level.
Pull up.
Show him your leg. Show me. You got it.
Boom.
All ready for his
Okay.
soccer.
Yeah, protect your shins.
You ready to go
Yes.
play soccer? You want to get some goals?
Yeah.
All right, well, go get them goals for daddy. All right.
Hey, my man, look at that. Go get them goals for daddy. You come home and you don't got no points on the board. You're not getting any sippy cup tonight.
That's
brother.
it.
I'll tell you that
That's
right
it.
now. Yo, it's funny. Yo, Ty, please tell me that you got shin guards and then just bring like high socks.
No, he's got shin guards. Yeah. He just doesn't have them on until he gets to the field. There's no real point of him having the shin guards.
Right. Yeah,
Just be
'cause I
kicking
was,
stuff around the house, like seeing how hard he can.
You ever seen the dudes that dress like they've been playing sports for a million years and don't know how to play sports at all? There was a movie, and I know Tyrone and Yaz, you might be too young, but the soup. You remember that with Joe Pesci? With Joe Pesci,
man.
Remember Joe Pesci pulled up to the basketball court, donned and all of
you with me? Okay.
He had every piece of gear. He had a headband and like a little wristband. He came with everything and didn't know how to play a lick of basketball. Like that's.
But didn't he get a dunk
I didn't
off
want
at the
my
end of
son to
that
be
scene
guy.
though? I think he got a dunk off at the end of that scene. He jumped on somebody or something, right?
Jumped on somebody.
Yeah, it was completely stupid. It was slow motion.
They put him on the 5-foot rim and everything.
Yeah.
I used to love lowering the rim to dunk, yo. That used to be dope. Real quick shout out to the comment section. What up, Lisa? What up, Angela? What up, Woody? Woody's in the building. What's good? Seriously Black, our human encyclopedia of nerd.
Also, Seriously Black made a great comment earlier that I'm gonna need you to save. It was just Tyrone was right. We just gonna need to screenshot that for whenever.
Yeah,
I loved it.
All right, we'll screenshot that, print it out, and we'll make sure we put it over the fireplace.
There it is.
Over
Boom, love it.
the fireplace. All right, we got Minnie's in the building. Yo, our official commandeer, man. Appreciate you, man. Hold it down in the comments. We got is that Ash Cash?
Yes, Ash Cash.
Is that our Ash?
I don't think, I haven't seen it before. So
what?
I think I'm claiming responsibility for that. I'm just saying.
What?
I posted about the show more recently, so I don't think it's a coincidence. You didn't say that, but I'm claiming it. It's for me.
Yo, look, I would love Ash. When we talk Doctor Who, Ash already knows, and I know because I need her here because nobody else here does Doctor Who. Everybody else thinks it's corny.
It's too far.
All that other
Yeah.
stuff.
Too many episodes to catch up.
Yeah,
All right.
it's way too far, dude. It's
Yeah,
like
well,
the Call of the
first of all-
Midwife. How do you have 10 seasons already? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, and there's another one coming. Like, I ain't got all that time, bro. Like, sorry.
Well, listen, I'm a Whobian to the core, man, and I can't wait to Who out with some other Whobians, man. Y'all are missing out, bro. I'm sorry. It is. I know it's an acquired taste, and I know I kind of am grandfathered into it. I used to watch the black and white shows before I even knew the names of the Doctor. But these upcoming. I mean, don't get me wrong. What I like to see, they're the last few Who's there've been there's this dark skinned black dude who's one of the members of her team, and he's like, they're British, of course, they're all British, and it's just real funny because he brings like a vibe to it that I haven't seen. There's also now a black woman Doctor Who has been who we've been introduced to through the Whoverse, because Doctor Who uses a TARDIS, which is the time and relative dimension in space, which looks like a police box and can go to any moment, anytime, any universe, anywhere, as long as the TARDIS allows it, because the TARDIS is allowed. All right, I'll step off my nerd box and I'll
nerds.
It's so like hard to process all of this. I love you, but like I'm trying to picture. I'm a visual person. When you explain something to me, and I'm like, my mind just that emoji with the brains exploded.
Also, you got to explain telephone booth to somebody in 2022, which is already like that's hard enough
I
as
know what
it
a
is.
telephone booth is. Stop playing games.
It wasn't for you. Yeah,
yeah,
that was
not
making
you.
fun of you.
Yeah. Well,
That's
it's
true.
technically a police box. All right. It's not a telephone box.
Oh, there's
all right.
that's right. They're usually like just a box of cops just on the street in England. That's how they do it. Like you just got to go knock on the door when you need some help.
It's like when you get your
English,
paper.
I know this. Yeah.
You know, you're just like, hey, come on.
Well, all right. Well, one of these days we'll who out, bro. I can't wait. And believe it or not, I mean, I don't know how you'll take this, Steph, but the black woman Doctor Who kind of looks like you a little bit. Let me see if I can find a picture like you in a while. It's an older version of you. But
she better be cute. If you show me a busted picture, we are fighting on site. Fighting.
The suspense is amazing. The suspense is great. You can't back out, man, because the back out.
No, yeah, you gotta show it. You did it on air.
It's gonna be real cute.
You said it looks like you, kind of, Stephanie, if you were older.
He's gonna bring up a picture of
You got Cicely Tyson.
Yeah, you just talked to yourself.
5 years old.
You say, come on, man. It ain't. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can get. Oh my God, oh my God. Oh,
that was so funny. Oh my God.
Yo, but you're gonna see what I'm saying, right? You're not gonna. Don't look. Don't. All right, man.
I like how he segued that if there was like a new black lady on there to try and like entice us to try and maybe watch it now, and we're still like, and now he's trying to look for it and he's like, but kind of looks like an older version of Stephanie. Now he's like, wait a minute, what did I do? Never mind.
Look, I'm not lying, y'all. It does. I hate to say it. She's not gonna look. I'm gonna tell you right now. Stephanie's not gonna like the picture. All right, she's not gonna think she's cute, but she looks like Stephanie after Stephanie's like, 8th grandchild. You know what I'm saying? Like,
8th grandchild.
Yeah, she looks like Stephanie after, she's retired, after her 5th marriage, and her 8th. Let me stop. I don't know. If
I love how you just booked. I love how you just booked her womb up for the next week.
Right?
I didn't book it up.
Yes.
All right.
Look, hey,
grandma's grandchild. Like how many
right.
fucking kids does she have?
Look, it needs to be said, grandmas need love too, but also, Stephanie, you're too pretty to be compared to grandmas out here right now. So
absolutely.
just it needed to be said.
You.
So we could.
I didn't say Stephanie.
And this is the day that Tyrone replaced Vince as my closest male friend on the show. If you wanted to know when and how it happened, it was this moment.
All right, this is it.
Steal your friends, Mr. Steal your friends.
I'd like to refer back to Seriously Black as Tyrone is right again. But yeah, Mr. Steal Your Friends. That's cool. All right, so everybody, here's the big reveal. So here's Stephanie. All right. There you go. Yep. Now
that's right. Look at the hair. That's right.
Put it to the other side. Put it to the.
That's Stephanie.
Put it to the right. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
It always goes this way. It's
give us your angle. You know your angle. Come on, Steph.
There they are.
Steph's angle is up here. It's up here. Am I wrong? I got
it's up here, Stephanie.
There it is. We gotta name that look. Does that look have a name yet?
No, it does. It's my smolder.
Ooh, smolder.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Let's call it Agent Smolder.
No, hell no.
No,
hell no.
Dude, definitely
not. Look, I need. Look, here's a virtual slap for his ass.
All right. Look,
honestly, that's a beautiful black woman. Stephanie looks nothing like her.
Right.
Okay.
Not even a little bit.
No.
Well done, Tyrone. Well done, Tyrone. Well done. All right.
Thank you.
Saves the Morbius is coming out.
The classic Vince Taylor segment.
I will say that she conveys a certain elegance and sort of regal stature in her character, and I can recognize how Vince probably received those same vibes from me and did not describe our similarities in the most accurate way.
All right, let me try it again. She doesn't look like Stephanie, but she looks like she could be Stephanie's aunt. Let me put it like that. Is that better?
Stephanie just gave you the answer.
Yeah, just
went
run with what I said.
Stephanie gave you all the words. She gave you the lines. You messed up the lines, Vince.
All right, hey, what's the line?
So this is why she reminded me of Stephanie. She just has this very regal quality about her. She just kind of exudes confidence and power. So that's why she reminds me of Stephanie.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Jinx. That's what I think too.
Yeah, and that's why I think it was the delay. I got it but the delay, nobody else got it, and I just wanted to. Sometimes I help out when I can.
Specifically, the regal part.
HR. That's why.
That's why Stephanie only watches movies at the Regal Cinemas.
That's stupid. All right, well, hey. Sorry, Steph. It's all jokes. I didn't, whatever. But if anything, hopefully, at least I sparked your interest in the Doctor Who verse. Right now, it's being led by Jodie Whittaker. It was our first woman Doctor Who, and we're hoping that this actually is a future Doctor Who. So we're hoping that they maybe just gave us some foreshadowing. Now, Tyrone, you're up in New York. All right, the city that never sleeps. You out there doing show after show. You on the subway. What's life like, bro? What's popping, man?
Yo, it's first of all, it's been great. Life is great. I'm having so much fun doing comedy here. It's a place where you can really hone your craft here. It's great. The subway is wild. Let me tell you a quick story since we're chilling. Let me tell you a quick story. Sitting on the train, this dude, he sits down. He's got a box of whatever. I don't know what. He's sitting down. He were across from each other. This woman walks in from the other train car, which you're not supposed to do technically, but people are like, whatever, I don't care. Usually when people walk through that door, there's like a certain level of I don't give a fuck anyway. So like anybody who comes to that door, you're like, okay, this is going to be the person on the train that does the weird thing. So she sits down, starts messing with her phone. I'm like, okay, she's just chilling. After a minute, she goes up and moves next to that dude. And then I heard her phone click, like the camera, and then dude goes, "Excuse me, why did you just take a picture of me?" Which is like, just don't talk to people on the train. Don't do it. So he's like, "Excuse me, why did you just take a picture of me?" And she pulls her mask down and she goes, "'Cause you fucking ugly," and then just moves on. I was like, I love this place. This is amazing.
Yo, that's what happens in New York. Now, Tyrone, you used to ride the trains, man. I bet you got some stupid ass stories that happen on the train too, bro. Not that I'm asking you to tell us now, but I'm sure you have them. But yeah, man, that sounds fascinating. Now, real quick before we get into some Morbius, what's the comedy scene like up there? Because I don't, I know since COVID, like New York was one of the most blocked off, one of the most strict cities in terms of vaccination and all that other stuff, man. So like, what's it like up there doing that?
So because of the way that the federal government has gone with COVID, where they're just like, what COVID? Everybody's just kind of doing whatever now. So it's very much like that for the most part. It's you could just go out and do comedy wherever. All the places are open. We are probably on the cusp of a new wave of COVID. So, New York is always the first to get to those. So that's probably on the way. So we'll see what happens after that. But other than that, it's a lot like Florida right now.
Yeah, is it? I don't know if that's fair, bro, because COVID never existed in Florida. Maybe in a few blue circles up and down I-4 here and there.
Yeah.
But there's not been listen. It is a joke that I use, but I say that, mask is the new racism down here. You walk into a store with a mask on and look at you like you're a black man in the 50s drinking out the white water fountain.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, hold up. You know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, it's starting to get a little lax as it pertains to it. I mean, even on the cruises, which I'm going to jump on in about 3 weeks, I heard that they're not requiring mask wearing around anymore and stuff like that. So we'll see.
We all gonna die.
On
the cruises?
Yeah, the cruises, bro. Like, they trying to kill us. Like, they're gonna. I honestly felt more safe on the cruises because, like, we had to get tested every other day. We were obligated to stay out of congested areas. We couldn't fraternize, touch. There's hand sanitizer everywhere. They sit people like physical people would just stand there walking around like just giving hand sanitizer everywhere. But now, I don't know. I stayed in my room a lot though.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that works out.
My question is, how clean were their hands holding the sanitizer though?
I don't know. I don't shake their hands. You know what I'm saying? I just get my little and I keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. That's a good question.
All that backsplash. You know what I'm saying?
Just got one of those extra hard pumps.
Did y'all visualize that shit or what? Right, just.
I'm picturing. Do you remember that movie? Remember Scary Movie? Remember when the dude gets plastered to the ceiling?
Oh my god! Yeah, caught everybody off guard.
Yo,
Oh man, that's so funny.
What if you get the sanitizer and then it's so much it just goes everywhere?
Listen, I work in a doctor's office. I specifically know how to like do certain ones a certain ways so that does not happen. It's like disgusting, bro. It just literally gets everywhere. And like you'll shoot that shit across this room if you're not careful. You know what I mean? Like craziness.
Ew. Talking about hand sanitizer?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, what?
Yeah, we are still talking about hand sanitizer. Get your money out of the gutter.
Put it in my face.
No.
Got it's everywhere.
Oh
my gosh.
Sanitizer. Oh.
Now we know what y'all are into, but can't say the same for others.
Hand sanitizer.
Oh, the sanitizer. It's in my eyes.
All right, let's move on. Let's pivot.
Give me your sanitizer. Give me your sanitizer.
Oh god, I hope this doesn't go any further.
Oh god.
Yeah, this is what totally.
Let me send out an HR memo real quick. Make sure we don't get too deep in this thing. Right?
Steph, give us the angle. Give us the angle. Hold up. Give us the angle real quick. All right, hold up. Give us the angle. Here it is. Here goes the angle.
My god.
All right, here it is. Now hold your mouth. Crack it. Give us.
Oh
all right.
my. Oh.
Give us the
Yes.
Now look up and say, sanitize my face.
Stephanie's too regal to fall for that shit.
Wait.
Hey, I know. If you want to do it, let me get Dr. Who to do it, man.
Puts the lotion on its skin.
Why is everybody tripping about sanitizer? Like it's just sanitizer. Why can't you get sanitize the face?
Everywhere, bro.
Y'all lucky I don't have a bottle of sanitizer right now because I would pour it all over my board.
Vince got the little sanitizer talking about it's not the size of the sanitizer that matters. It's how you use it.
That shit'll still burn. Watch out. Watch out.
My skin is so dry.
I can feel the bacteria being lifted from my pores. There's just
gonna be a chunk. There's gonna be a chunk of the comment section
back in.
Yeah,
slowly.
Okay. So
Morbius.
If you watching this right now, that's all I gotta say about that.
All over my stomach. Oh my god!
I hope people stop letting their kids watch our show a long time ago.
I hope so too.
This is a family show. This is how families are made. So
it's how they're made, not.
And this is the birds and the bees.
Oh.
Hey, you know, it's so funny you just did that because I was like, you know, Vince is over here lying. You know, the sanitizer goes straight to the nipples first. Like, that is the first thing on your body you sanitize. Nipples.
Okay.
Yo, Vince,
Peter Griffin.
You gotta put up your OnlyFans link after that.
He's like, do you remember when Peter Griffin, when Chris was like, "Dad, you're embarrassing me," and he's like, "I ain't gonna embarrass you. If you want me to embarrass you, hold on. This is how you embarrass the son."
Oh my god!
Dad, you're embarrassing me. All right. We were talking about Tyrone as a stand-up, and I'm using this as a segue to announce none other than next week we will have the one and only Akeem Woods on our show. Recently on the James Corbin show, he is shooting out of a cannon. He's bi, coastal, all right, New York and California. I don't know what you thought. But he'll explain his own, or whatever. Anyway, at the end of the day, Akeem Woods will be joining us live next Saturday on the New Blurred Order to talk about Doctor Strange, the Multiverse, Morbius, as well as Moon Knight. Akeem Woods, oddly enough, out of the closet gay man, closeted nerd.
We gotta change that.
Yeah, we definitely have to change that.
Yeah,
I'm nerd and I'm proud.
Yeah, he nerds out on occasion, but he speaks more about his comedy and his experiences and, you know, the sandwiches that he orders and, you know, the bodega life and his dating life than he does about his love for Marvel and Star Wars, which I happen to know is deep. So we'll tap into that next Saturday. Hopefully he doesn't flake on us. So Akeem, we're looking forward to it. You know, Akeem, if anybody in here knows Akeem or is a fan or follows Akeem, send him a message saying can't wait to see you on the New Blurred Order and tell them about how it's one of your favorite shows, especially when they talk about sanitizer and nipples and things of that sort. All right. So what did you say, Minnie? Minnie, I cannot stand Minnie. I can't stand you, bro.
He stays roasting us.
I doubt he I'm not sure what you look. Akeem is my boy. All right, this is a funny dude. He used to be Ken Miller used to have this group called the Box of Chocolates. I think he still does. I think he kind of, you know, interchanges, you know, the members of the group, kind of like, you know, the Avengers, if you will. And when it was Preacher, Justin, and Akeem in town, it was Ken Miller and those four made a really, really hilarious ticket. But since they have all grown and have all gotten on TV and have outgrown the Orlando area, but we still here and we glad to have Akeem on next Saturday. So make sure y'all tune in as Akeem Woods. And I got the inbox message saying you're gonna be here. So if you flake on me, I will sue your ass. I'm just kidding. It's a verbal contract, homeboy.
It's not real.
I want all my money back for the deposit. But yeah, so having said that, guys, well, hey, I don't know if you give a shit about my life or not, but it's crazy. Right now I'm in the midst of working pretty hard. But you know, the comedy life still exists, family life still exists. Yeah, we just chasing our bags right now. Honestly, I don't have any problems like that. I'm having life is really good right now, I have to say, and it hasn't always been that way. So I've learned to express it when it is prevalent, because when it's not, it's harder to fake it. So I don't. And this got me in trouble with Darren Fleet. I don't know if y'all know Darren Fleet. Yeah, Darren Fleet. You know him. Darren Fleet's like this popular guy online. I think I might have a picture of him in here, but I could talk about it online. He was on one of our shows. Darren Fleet got mad at me. Should I talk about this? I don't think.
I was gonna say.
It sounds like you might want to give it some thought. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I do get this off my chest. I do.
It's just like when you still like when you do the head fake a couple times. I'm like, Vince is about to say some shit. He's gonna regret.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I am kind of. This was a little disturbing to me, and I hated that it happened because we were vibing. No. Well, first of all, just to give you some context, Ty was there one of the times where I performed with Darren Fleet, and I thought Darren Fleet. I mean, I still think Darren Fleet is a cool dude. I mean, he has quite the personality, and he's I'm treading lightly here. Listen, he's got a huge following on all social media sites, and I was always excited to be able to work with him. So it really was dope when he hit me up and was like, "Yo, can you please, host the show? I'm doing the show," and I think it was St. Pete or something like that. Tyrone. And so I go over and I do the show with him in St. Pete. We have a good time. There was a miscommunication about some THC products that may have caused a little bit of confusion, but other than that, it was a good time. Now, fast forward, and we book Darren to come and do the Bronze Kingdom. All right, y'all know the Bronze Kingdom was where I was working at for a little while, the museum. I'm not dealing with them right now, but we were working with them for quite a bit. So Darren Fleet, who you all may recognize, he's online. Was scheduled to headline the show. We had already given him a $1,000 deposit, and he was on the way. And he had some issues with airport, with transportation, stuff like that, and he was going through it. So I get on the phone with him, and I'm just saying, like, look, bro, can you just get to Daytona Beach? Can you get to 95? He was in, I think, Jacksonville at the time. He was stuck. I was like, can you just get to Daytona? I will go pick you. I'll pick you up from Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? If I need to. The show was like late, like that night or something. And he's like, no, well, Vince, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to make it, blah, 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 this other stuff.
And he was like, yeah, oh man, I had a problem with the airport, man. I can't access my account. I can't do it. He was having like all these issues, right? And so here's why, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. I say, yo, look, bro, let us come get you. I don't have any of these problems. We don't have these problems on this side. We'll take care of you. We'll give you a good time. You don't have to worry about this stuff. All right. It sounds like you're going through it. I'll come scoop you. We'll make it happen, bro. You don't have all that stuff you're going through is because you're not here. Let me come take care of you and the people. Dude got offended. He's like, what you mean you don't have these kind of problems? What you think? I got problems? You think I can't? You know what I'm saying? Like he turns it into like a me trying to stunt. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you trying to like, just because you got things going well for you over there, that you trying to like make it seem like I can't handle my own business. Like, look, I don't need your little money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, no, bro, you are completely misreading what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is the problems that you're having are not going to exist if you're able to come work with me. I'll come take care of you. Like, I don't. So he basically, it was a misinterpretation of the words, I don't have these problems. You know, when I said I don't have these problems,
or text message.
I think I texted it. I think these are texted. So I think I see how you can have
tone doesn't come through in text messages, which does leave room for interpretation.
Anything important, I'd rather talk to you about it. You know what I'm saying? And instead of having those issues of you misconstruing what I said, or
all right. I doubt he ever watches or cares. So here's what it says. It says, we need to I said, he says, look, it is what it is. Seems like your mind's made up. He says, look, Vince, I'm completely over this trip. I understand the inconvenience, but I'm done. I feel defeated today. I've been in Florida too long. I waited around too long. I have no more weight in me. I'm gonna send your money back before the show. And then I says, I get it. It seems like your mind's made up. I will, I wish you'd consider. He says, I'm sending it. I said, Zelle it to me. He said, I don't have Zelle. Cash App, the guy we work through. It's like, all right, cool. I said, we need to discuss what the reason you ain't coming. He says, right now it's because I'm stranded. I says, no, you ain't. I said, I'm on the way to come get you. He says, okay, have a nice day. I was like, okay. I was like, look, my bad, man. Just want you to know that people are here trying to look out for you. He says, take care. All right. I was like, it ain't even about the show at this point. I just want to help the homie out any way I can. And then he sends me a screenshot of the money being sent back. And I was like, morning, bro. The next day I hit him up. I was like, yo, morning. I hope you made it back. Truly hoping that things went better.
And he didn't even respond.
It's life. I'm good. Be blessed. Then
it's be blessed.
But see, here's where I think it gets a little weird. Okay. He says, I say at the end, I said, yo, I can come get, I said, we could be there. I'll reimburse you. Just, I say, I'm telling you, bro, this is going to be a dope trip. Your Duval nightmare is officially over when we touch down in Jacksonville. I'll keep you in the loop about your whereabouts. I'm leaving Orlando. I'm headed your way. Stay safe. He said, I'm still here. You need my location? Yes. Sorry, I can't talk. Okay, hit me back for real. And then he says, I'm over the trip. And that's what I called him, right? And I was like, yo, look, bro, it sounds like you're having a lot of problems. I don't have those problems. I spoke to him. I said that out loud and like verbally. And he just proceeded with, and so this is the last text. And this is when it got like ugly. He's like, I sent him a text the next morning. He said, after he says to be blessed, he says, thanks for returning the money. There's no love lost here, friend. This is what I say. Your overall well-being is most important. Stress can be a real killer. So please try to take some well-deserved time if you need it. Take care. Stay in touch. Thanks again. All right. Now, let me read that for you one more time. Thanks for returning the money. There's no love lost here, friend. Your overall well-being is most important. Stress can be a real killer. So please try to take some well-deserved time if you need it. Take care and stay in touch. Thanks again. Do you detect is there any aggression in that?
No, that's sincere. Right. That's
yeah.
Here's the response. Why wouldn't I return it? I don't steal. I'm not in need. My family got locked up. All right. My family, I couldn't get around because my Navy Federal put a fraud block on my card because I had an Uber to make around the city making miscellaneous purchases. They put a block on my card after trying to get a rental. When I was explaining to you, you were saying a bunch of pointless shit like I'm asking you for something, all caps. Honestly, I didn't ask for the job. So when you were saying stuff like I'd never have to go through this, I have my own business, I just completely said, I'm definitely not coming now. Because from my end, it sounded like you were saying my shit not together. And I have nothing to prove to you at all. So I nicely declined and sent your money back that day, even with a block on my card, all caps. as far as I'm concerned, we good. I'm cool on ever wanting to work with you at all. Take care.
So what this sounds like is obviously he was having a really bad day, and he picked you to take it out on. That's what it sounds like. You like there was that miscommunication that happened, and that was the spark that ignited that fire of you getting all of the all the stuff he wanted to yell at customer service about his card and the airport people, all the yelling at those people. It just got aimed at you. And is it fair? No. But it's that seems to be the case. That's how I'm reading that situation. Because it's just like a lot of frustration being released by somebody who maybe can work on their communication skills.
I want to just remind you that this is happening the following day. All right, after he's already kind of he's established he's not coming back. He's sent the money back. It's all over. There's show's not happening. And this is after me saying, look, thanks, sorry, things didn't work out, but it's no love lost. Like he clearly had an issue with me expressing that I was not having problems.
Yeah, but also like, we've met plenty of people who something happens, it gets cleared up, but they don't have it in them to be like, damn, you know what, that was kind of a mess up. It was a little miscommunication. We're cool. You know what I mean? Like they just don't have that in them. It's you have for generations your families will feud over this, like that kind of thing. Some people are just like that.
Yeah.
Let me you're absolutely right. And let me say something that I didn't really realize was a thing until I started to kind of come into it. Have you ever heard of fuck it money? Like fuck it money? Like you got like fuck it money? Or like fuck you money?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
You've never heard of fuck you money?
No,
man.
Just explain to us. Go ahead.
Okay, fuck you money is when you reach a level of financial freedom that you literally don't need nobody and wish a motherfucker would, because you went through it at some point and people used to like overlook you, unappreciate you, and then you just have enough and you get to the point where you're like, look at my bank account and look who the fuck I'm around. Why the fuck am I even dealing with these people? Fuck you. I don't need this shit. Darren right now is in the height, possibly not the height, but in probably his fucking money moments. All right. I don't need you. Who the fuck are you? You're inconveniencing my life. And you're making it even worse by pointing out the fact that you don't have problems when I do, and I shouldn't be, because I've got money.
But I don't think people realize that's not the flex they think it is. Because like, stand up for yourself when you're poor. Just because you got money, you don't have to start treating people like shit. So, keep that same energy when you're poor. You know what I mean? That's my thing. Fuck you money is not a flex for me. Like, be the person you're going to be no matter what your bank account looks like.
I want to take this opportunity out to invite Minnie's father on the show and into my life as a dad. If you need another brother, a lover of which you can't touch or speak to or do anything other than transfer money to, I would like to avail ourselves, all of us. Choose any one of us, even the married ones on the panel. It doesn't matter. We will be your whatever you need, Minnie's dad.
Don't subject all of us to your bidding. I have power of free will. Thank you.
We will turn this to the new whole order real soon.
I'm out.
I'm just playing, of course.
I know.
What's up, Ty?
To Tyrone's point, and I'm just going to speak candidly because I don't give a fuck really.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and say that Darren is acting any different than he would have acted when he was poor, or you know what I'm saying. Darren is a diva. Like he acts like a fucking diva, and that's what that was. That was literally him having a fucking conniption fit. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know what I mean, just going off for no reason. He probably thoroughly, like really in all honesty, felt slighted by Vince's comments because he feels like he's the shit. And like, if you don't acknowledge that he's the shit, then he's going to let you know he's the shit. And that's exactly what all of this all boiled down to, was him, Vince, texting in a situation where it probably would have been, a little bit, better for him to communicate the shit. That way it wouldn't have been any way for him to do it. But then again, like I said, he's a diva. So he might have felt slighted even if you talked to him. He might have just felt like, and it could have turned into a shouting match and all of these things thrown out there that was unnecessary and everything like that. Now y'all are, talk about fucking each other up and all of that kind of shit. Cause that's kind of, no. It happens. The shit happens. I mean, like, you're a very good guy. Everybody's not like that. Everybody's not going for you just talking to me in any old kind of way. So I've met Darren and diva vibes all day. So I'm, like, it is what it is. It's unfortunate because you're gonna want to work with Vince at some point later on in life. He will. He will.
I don't know. Just remember, Vince.
We don't. Right. We both.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yes.
I was gonna say, just remember, Vince, like not everybody has your heart. So like they don't understand that you meant that in a sincere way and he took it in a non-sincere way. You know what I'm saying? Like he took that as like you being passive aggressive, kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're saying like I got my shit together, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he took it as that and then took it to the extreme the next day when you were just like trying to be nice and check on him, you know what I'm saying? Like to make sure you understood that like he took it salty and he's got it that way and he didn't need your money and he doesn't steal. So it's just you gotta understand, like some people, like, they just want you to understand, like, once they reach that tier, they're at that tier and they don't give a fuck and they don't want you to see them anywhere below that tier. So he was just in a moment of like he was fucked, you know what I mean? And all that situation, like, you ended up being the customer service lady. Sorry.
That's a great analogy.
What you guys
There's more context. But Steph, what are you saying?
One of my biggest lessons of this year has been that people are going to interpret things through a lens of their own trauma and insecurities, and your desire to be understood and to have them see and know the truth becomes fruitless at a certain point. Like, I'm gonna use Tyrone as an example because I know he could take it. If I'm thinking to myself, Tyrone is a great comedian, he's hilarious, he has a show coming up, and I send him a text like, hey bro, hope you have a good show, and he's been thinking to himself all day, like, I'm a good comedian, but I'm not great. What's it going to take to be great? And he gets my text saying, hope you have a good show. He's like, fuck you. I'm trying to have a great show. You only think I'm good. You don't think I'm great. You're undermining me. You're trying to downplay my skills. And I'm like, shit, I just hoped my friend would have a good show because he's got his own stuff going on in his head that I'm not privy to. And there comes a point at which I can, go blue in the face trying to explain, like, no, you're my friend. I love you. I genuinely wanted you to have a good show. And he's like, no, fuck you. No, you don't. I know that's not what you mean. And I have to accept at a certain point, like, I cannot fix somebody else's insecurities and drama. There's a point at which you have to say, you know what? You're going through some stuff that I can't fix for you. Wow. So go with God. Best of luck. I'm going to step away. And you have to just abandon that desire to be understood, because sometimes it ain't gonna happen for you. You just gotta let people sit in their own mess.
Spit those facts, yo. Dang.
Also, for the record, I would never. But
I know that's why I used you as an example, because I know that you wouldn't. But I have had some situations, not too long ago that really were that simple as like, no, like I genuinely wanted my friend I love to have a good show, and they're like, fuck you. Damn. You don't think I'm great, and I'm like, not what happened. But if that's the narrative you have to tell yourself,
that's wild.
Enjoy it.
Yo, it's classic misinterpretation, casino style. I don't know if you remember Vinny. What somebody in the comments remind me what Joe Pesci's character was in Casino. But Casino, Ray Liotta is saying, "Hey, you're funny. You're funny."
Oh, Goodfellas.
He's like, Goodfellas. Yeah, that was a Goodfellas.
Yeah, they're laughing at me. You're a funny guy. He's like,
so Vinny Tarantino. Vinny Tarantini, is it something like that?
I forgot his last name.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he's like, but he literally says, he's like, he gets done telling the story. He's like, oh, you're so funny, and he's like, what do you mean funny?
I amuse you?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, like,
clown?
You're funny. Like you make me laugh. He's like, I make you laugh? Like how? How do I make you laugh? He's like, well, I'm saying because you're funny. He's like, funny how? How am I funny? You know what I'm saying?
Real dark, real quick.
The joke. It was funny.
All smiles disappeared. It was like, he was like, I'm just fucking with you.
It's a classic
like,
scene, man. Shit. But like, but the interpretation thing is 100% accurate. Like, he could have been like, yo, did I ask you to tell me I was funny? I wasn't trying to be funny. And your whoever this was you sent that message to could have, been like, yo, look, bro, I've been telling you I've been wanting to be great. I honestly, Tommy DeVito, was that his name?
Tommy, yeah, he was Tommy. Yeah, he was Vinny, and my cousin
Tommy.
Vinny. Vincent LaGuardia.
Okay, that's all right. Yeah, I'm confusing two words. Okay, all right. So yeah, that's right, because he's like Tommy. He's like, Tommy, what?
Tommy,
calm
like,
down. Funny how? No. You explain it to me. You said it is what he says. He's like, you said it, not me. How am I funny to you? I'm amusing like a clown, like some sort of clown here for your amusement. Explain it to me. He's about to get killed. This is a dude who murks people, like pow, up. Hey, we need to clean up on our three over here. You know what I'm saying? So this dude is
he stabbed the dude with a pin in a
he
bar.
Shot that kid in the foot and then killed
Spider.
his ass in the bar. What you mean?
Yeah, he shot Spider in the foot.
Spider in the foot, and then he killed his ass right after.
So and for a little more context, at the time, I think Tommy was sleeping with his wife. Tommy was having sex with his wife.
Yeah, like she wasn't.
So
like, there's this whole thing, like now the other part of context, just to kind of wrap up this whole little incident, was that I had already been given hints that he didn't want to come in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like from a week prior to that, he tried to cancel the show. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I was like, but we have ticket sales. Like, look, for those of y'all who don't do work in promotions and entertainment and promotions completely separate. I'll entertain a motherfucker all day. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we're doing right now to an extent. I'll show up to your show. But the promotional, like putting things out there uncomfortably, begging people that you don't really know like that to come to shows, or people that you do know to come to your shows, it's uncomfortable as shit. And I mean, it looks like we want to share flyers all over our pages and all that, but we really don't. I think for myself, I don't. I hate it.
I feel you.
I hate sharing even my own flyers. I'm like, fuck this shit, bro. I want to put pictures up of me in other countries and shit, but I got to put up this freaking comedy karaoke shit so somebody will show up to the spot, because they won't. So I'm looking at my Eventbrite, and we have a damn near sold out show for Darren Fleet. You know what I'm saying? I've already given him $1,000 for the deposit, and he's got more people coming in, and I'm getting word of folks that are like, hey, can we just come to the door? And I'm like, hell yeah. So it's gonna be a good show. And y'all have been to Bronze Kingdom. Ty, you was at Bronze Kingdom. Steph, I think you got a chance to do Bronze Kingdom. Yep. Tyrone, you've done Bronze Kingdom. So like, it's a beautiful spot. So you got to understand, like, I'm like, yo, this is great. Like, this is actually working the way it's supposed to. And the only one not on board is the dude who starred in the show. And he's like, look, I don't want to do it. Now, he might have been saying, look, I'm not making enough money, which is an issue. You can say, look, can I get more money out of it? I'm like, all right, let's talk about it. But don't just get mad because the show isn't, if I may say, at the Improv. All right. Yeah, the Improv that you were at last weekend. I know you was here last weekend, and I thought about going out there. But I'm like, nah, I'm not, for what? Like, he's one in 330 million people in the country, not to mention the universe, the planet. I'm thinking Asgard and, I just was like, man, I'm above this. I don't need to grovel at some dude or try to figure out what happened or rekindle our relationship. I was like, look, we've said what we had to say to each other. It is what it is, man. Look, the numbers beside your name on your pages does not make you a better person. All right.
Exactly.
If anything, it reveals who you are in real life. And so I look forward to increasing my followings in all aspects, as we all are doing at the time, and showing how much doper of a person that makes me, as opposed to it making me a crab.
Yeah, stay humble. Like that's all you got to do. Humility is such it's a nice thing that's in short supply. I think we need more humility.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so keep that energy, Vince, as you climb the ranks, because you will. Keep that energy. What up, Steph?
Thanks. Steph.
I'm just gonna say, cognitive dissonance is a bitch. Once people come to a conclusion, they start to look for evidence to support that conclusion. And it sounds to me like he already did not want to come to the show. You said he expressed it like a week ago. So at that point, he's looking for reasons to not go. Yes. So his bank card's not working, things become inconvenient. That's all support for his preconceived notion that he shouldn't do this show. He's just looking for evidence to support what he's already decided at that point. So I don't think there was anything you could have said that was going to make it better, that was going to make it, because he already wanted to not come. So when there was a moment where he could misinterpret something, it sounds like he grabbed onto that and was like, cool, I've got my out now.
Yeah, basically. That's what it felt like to me too, Steph. It felt like I was pushing him, to use your analogy, up a hill he didn't want to be going up. You know what I'm saying? And he was just like, all right, look, bro, I'm trying to tumble down into Hades. and you keep trying to, and I'm like, bruh, all I'm saying is, look, we got angels and harps and milk and honey up here. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, oh, you think you better than me down here in Hades? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't say that. I just said, why don't you let me, you know what? And when Touré, who's one of our panelists, who's come on here multiple times, who gave Baby Grogu the Kush. He was here that night that he was, and he actually filled in for him. I mean, not filled in, but did time. And he said something on stage that I thought was relevant too. He's like, so let me get this straight, because for those of y'all know Darren Fleet, know that he's clearly how you could. Is it even necessary to convey that somebody is into men or anything like that? I think that that's an unnecessary thing that needs to be put out there. But the only reason I'm bringing it up for now is because of context. So Touré says, so let me get this straight. You got a very popular gay individual, and you're a little upset that he's caught feelings about the show. He's like, I think you should probably think exactly what's happening here, and maybe take it for what it is, which is you have somebody who is emotional, who's getting emotional.
A diva. He's being a diva.
I do think that the sexual orientation and emotional maturity are not linked. His emotional maturity, has nothing to do with who he wants to have sex with. I would separate those two.
Heterosexual man divas. I can support that.
Yeah. So
have you ever seen a Metro Man?
What movie is this?
No,
it's not a movie like a Metro Man, like a metrosexual man is like it's a masculine man, but he's just like very in tune with what I'm saying, like his looks and just like side. He's very feminine.
Yeah, it was a dated term used to describe men who didn't fit the mold of the masculine man and stuff like that. We just call those people now. Vince froze. Yeah. Vince froze in a good spot. Vince froze I'm about to say some shit that I regret.
Men can be divas regardless of their sexuality. Yeah. I can attest to that.
Drama queens aren't just females.
Right.
Nope.
Right.
Drama queens come in all shapes, sizes, forms, genders.
Yes.
Tara Lowen, one of the most famous divas. Good call out.
Oh, wow. Good call.
Yeah. And see again,
I'm gonna want that smoke.
And again, I'm gonna speak because Vince is like, so I'm gonna say some stuff that really brings more context to this. So just to give you a little bit of a backstory on how Darren moves. So they did a show together, and I actually attended the show. At the end of the night, which it's like 11 or 12, it's pretty late. So at the end of the night, Darren is going crazy about some weed. He's like, I need some weed. Yo, Vince, you got some weed? I need some weed. So he's going ham about it. Vince, being the nice guy that he is, feels obligated to find him some weed. So we scour. Boom, we found him some weed. Yo, Darren, we got you the weed. Yo, we gonna send him up there to you right now. We send him up there to him. Darren doesn't answer the phone anymore. Like you done went crazy about, I need this weed. We done went and did all of the legwork to get you weed. And then not only do you not answer the people, but you don't respond back to us when we telling you the people is dead. So that right there, in essence, shows me the level of lack of respect that you have for somebody when you ask them to do something for you. That tells me a lot about a person's character. If you're begging me to do something for you, I do it for you, and then you don't even have the decency to say thank you or acknowledge when it comes to, I don't care.
Vince's face is
got the weed. It was me.
Now.
It was all me. I'm the one. It was me. No,
my god.
It was all me. But but it's just those little, like even a small situation like that is one of those things that kind of tells you a lot about a person's character, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't beg me to do something for you, then I do it for you. You don't thank me, and you shit on me when it comes time for it. You know what I'm saying? Because now I look bad to the people that I told to do all of this. So I'm looking bad, you know what I mean? And all of that kind of shit. So I'm just saying, like, I told you dude was funny anyway. But I'm saying it. I'm saying it.
Allegedly.
That's Ty Briggs. Look me up. Tyleen Robinson. I'm right here.
First of all, I want to shout out my man Randy. Yo, Randy was good, bro. It's good to see you, man. Whether this dude is like somebody I admired from afar for a while, man. He was one of the original. I think he was working with Kevin White and those cats that I looked up to. I used to be in the Geeks of Comedy with. Real cool black dude into the nerd stuff. Actor, man. So y'all go check out Randy Lawrence. What's going on, man? This dude is hilarious. He don't get enough respect or recognition as I think he deserves. So I hope we get to work together at some point in time, man. But thanks for keeping up. But yeah, just to kind of look, some of that stuff is true, what Ty says, but not all of it. Some of it's lost
entertainment.
You know what I'm saying?
This is all entertainment.
Let's call it entertainment.
Yeah,
but it was. Let's just say this. It was all good before I expressed the fact that I didn't have problems. You know, evidently that was the straw that broke the camel's back. How dare you say that you don't have problems, because that means you're insinuating that I do have problems. And it's like, bro, that's not what I was saying at all, but it is what it is. Now, that's not the first time I've encountered somebody who's in the quote unquote industry that you may look up to that's been a bit difficult to work with. You know, there's other folks that I'm not going to name drop, but there's folks that you're so anxious to meet, and you meet them and you're like, oh my God, what an asshole. You know what I'm saying? I will drop one name, Bobby Lee. I'll drop that name.
Oh, word,
all right?
yeah.
Bobby Lee from Mad TV. All right. I will gladly drop that name, and I probably will never work with him. So I have no problem working with it. It don't look like he's doing a lot of work anyway. So Bobby Lee somehow got me yelled at the Improv because I was up there looking for somebody. I happened to peek in the green room, and when I peeked in, I saw him. I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up, man? I'm bad. I wasn't here looking for you, but it's good to meet you." And I walked out. He goes to the GM and was like, "Yo, why you have people coming in? This is how you run the Improv. I can't believe I come." And so she comes and yells at me, and I'm like, "Baby, I wasn't back there that long. All I said was what up." So for that interaction, fuck you. Another one, I said I wasn't gonna name drop, but I'll do one more. Aries Spears. Aries Spears does not like to work with black men as openers. It's a common known. It was a rumor that I learned in real time was factual. I was booked to host his shows all weekend, and then on the first night I was supposed to host, right as the Improv does their, "Hey, thank you for coming to the Improv. Welcome, and here's the video and here's the clip," I get tapped on the shoulder from the GM saying, "Look, Aries wants to make it a 2-man show." And then the next night it's a white host, and I'm not saying that I'm not sitting there spreading racism, but it was well known in comedy circuits that he was that was projected to me before. But I was like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. That's got to be a rumor. Like that's not true. So I was excited, but I ended up being cut because I wasn't the right hue for his show, and I just thought that was weird. Like I could never be that guy, especially to black people. Like, give me a fucking break, bro. Like, you scared that all black men have the same material? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I just lost respect for Aries at that point. I've heard that since then he's let a couple black dudes host, but he scouts.
Oh, thank you, Aries.
Yeah, but it's like who thinks like that? Like I understand, like when you're making your lineup, how you like to have different dynamics so that everybody doesn't sound or seem the same for the array. Like when me, Minnie, Tyrone, we do a show, y'all have different styles. You know what I'm saying? We have to worry about that. And Ash and Stephanie, all of us. But like if I'm going up after somebody who basically I know they're gonna do reggaeton jokes and Jamaican, like me and Solo, I'm gonna tell you right now, me and Solo, we work well together, but we also cross over too because we have similar jokes. Like he does reggae jokes, I do reggae jokes. He does jokes about weed, I do jokes about weed. So but we're friends, so we can talk about, hey, this time I'm gonna, okay, all right, I'm gonna lay up, what I'm saying, blah, blah, blah. We coordinate. But Aries, he just was like, no, he's black. And here's the nail in the coffin, Tyrone. So when I get the tap on the shoulder, I don't automatically go to, oh man, this dude hates me, or fuck, it's because I'm black. I go to, all right, well, it is his show. I mean, he does have the right to have a 2-man show if he wants. No big deal. I go to now here's what pissed me the fuck off. This was MegaCon weekend. Okay. Oh. So I'm going to these shows in full garb taking makeup off in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? I was Electro.
Yeah.
This was the year that I was dressed up as Electro.
Oh shit.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm a full blue man group. You know what I'm saying? I'm rushing down. I'm taking pictures before I take off my outfit, and then I'm putting it all on. I'll get ready. I take my makeup off. There's still hints of blue everywhere. I get the mic. I'm waiting to be introduced. And hey, you know, Aries wants to make it too. Okay, all right, no big deal. I can go back to a MegaCon party. On the way out, I'm packing up my bag because you know I bring my merch, and his feature comes up to me in the green room, and he comes up to me. He's like, oh, he has this look of despair, like, bro, I'm so sorry. I was like, hey man, all right, buddy, it's all good. He's like, and then this is what he says, white guy, middle aged. He says, bro, I'm so sorry. I don't know what Aries has against black comics. So he confirmed it for me. I was like, I didn't say it, but in my head I was like, oh, so that really is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And so like these folks that you're looking at through the TV that you're thinking like, yo, I can't wait to meet so and so. You know what I'm saying? Or they seem real cool.
Yeah.
Be careful, all right? Because the real one that you meet is not necessarily the person that they played on TV. I'll just put it like that. But anyway, you should.
Nice.
I did.
What are his thoughts on blue comedians?
This has got it.
Yo,
work smarter, not harder.
That's a good one.
That's not the worst idea you've ever had, man. I could have legit done the full Avatar guard, bro. I'd have been up as a member of the Navi tribe.
From Pandora, represent.
Like, don't you hate it when your sky dragon runs out of gas? Don't you hate it when your braids are all tied up with a fine woman? And she's like,
"Oh, y'all gonna make me do this, man." All right, I'm gonna show y'all what I was dressed up as, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the Moon Knight, the Morbius trailer, and we can talk about Morbius. Man, this has been.
Oh yeah, we got a nerd show. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. We do have a whole thing we're doing about nerd stuff. Yeah, I forgot about that.
No, I'm glad you got to get some shit off your chest, Vince. I'm glad.
Yeah, that's been etching a little bit of a hole in my soul for a little while, but it's not like I've really like torn up about it. It's just been kind of like, what an asshole. Like why would
Self-Care Saturday, man?
Yeah, hell yeah. Like what was the I just don't see like I just it's difficult for me to really comprehend things that I would not do sometimes. So, I mean, I can understand and disagree, but if I don't understand, then I have issues. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I literally, if you really just didn't want to come to the show, you could have just been like, you know what I think also, and not to pile on, but I also think that it was the fact that I would not let up. Like he kept trying to drop, look, I don't want to do the show, and I kept saying like, no, bro, you gotta do this, because I'm looking at my Eventbrite. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at my Eventbrite ticket sales, and I'm like, bro, this show is selling off. The show is selling off. You're the only thing that's not going to be, and it just wasn't his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Also, if he was just like, hey, I don't want to do the show, then you probably would have just been like, well, damn, okay, I guess.
Yeah, well, he did. That's the problem, though, Tyrone. He basically was saying like, look, bro, I mean, if you heard me read the text, he was basically like, look,
no, but basically and actually saying things are different things. You know what I mean? If he comes out and says, Vince, I don't want to do your show, are you going to be like, I'll come pick you up?
Yeah, probably so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case,
when I was looking at my Ember, I was like, no, you can't do that. We have a contractual obligation to fulfill this shows. Yeah. So
if that were the case, I'd have been like, Vince, you were wrong. He told you he didn't want to do your show, but like, you know, but basically, and telling somebody something are two different things, though. You can't be out there on all that passive aggressive stuff, talking about, you know, figure out what I'm thinking. You know, just tell people, man up.
My bad. Kills me. I want to say peace to Randy real quick because he's headed out. Y'all follow my man Randy. This dude right here is a classic dude. Go see his shows if he's in a play. If you see his name on a flyer, you see his face on stage. Y'all check out my dog, bro. This dude is slept on so hard. I hope you come back, Randy. One day, hopefully, as a guest, man. We'll love to have you on here. What were you saying, Steph?
People got to learn to say no. And if they've said yes, just suck it up and honor your commitments. I can't tell you how many things I've committed to, and then in the moment been like, fuck, I don't want to do this. But if Steph says she's going to do it, she's going to show up and do it. And I might be mad at myself inside the whole time. Like, why did I agree to this? I'll never do it again. Wow. But I'm a show. Vince, you know, I've texted you like, listen, I'm exhausted. but I agreed to do this thing. You need me to do this thing. And there's been times you was like, yep. And I was like, all right, and got dressed and hauled my ass out and then had a great time once I was there. But then there have been times that you were like, you know what? Nah, don't worry about it. And I was like, cool, great. But if you said, yeah, you said you were going to be there, I expect you to be there. Like, fuck it. Well, I'm going to take a nap and put on some mascara and be there. And like, that's what you do as an adult. If you say you're going to do a thing, it doesn't matter how you feel in that moment. You show up and you fake a smile and you do the shit.
Yeah, and Stephanie is really good. Now, the fake a smile part, she might not be as good at, because there have been some times when Stephanie clearly didn't want to be there, and it was evident. You know,
I was present.
It was an obligational appearance. You could tell, like she would show up, right, and she just kind of be there like.
I'm working on that.
Like she's like counting the time, like, all right, at 29 minutes, I will have fulfilled my obligations, and then I will exit stage right. And that's cool. You know, I'm glad that I'd rather have somebody like that than somebody who flakes on everything. I'd rather you show up and be like, I really don't want to be here, but I'm here. Kind of like Yvette Nicole Brown, bro.
Yeah.
She didn't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? She argued look, I will just do it with no camera on. You know what I'm saying? Can we do it? Can we pre-tape it?
It's early in the morning. Yeah.
At the end of the day, what did she do? She showed up and said, listen, I love my people. And that's what we do.
And if anybody's in a position, a big time somebody, it would have been her, and she didn't. And she was graceful and brilliant. And we thank you, Yvette.
Yes. Thank you so much.
She loves us for sure.
So this guy right here dissed me after I came out of this garb.
Well, you definitely should have showed up like that.
So ready, bro. Like I was
with the eyes and everything.
Everything, bro. Like I was in the green room. I think I actually have pictures of me in the green room with my garb, with full electro garb on, bro. And I was like, all right, let me hurry up. I was like, Krista, take some pictures of me real quick, because I got to take all this stuff off. So Krista, the GM, she takes like hella pictures of me. I think, yep, I got pictures. Look, I even have the pictures of me in the green room. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all in a second. But she's taking pictures of me in the green room, and I'm like, hurry up. I gotta hurry up and get ready, because I gotta host the show. And like I said, right before the curtain drops, bam, hey, by the way. So again, the moral of the story is just like the online personalities, the TV personalities are exactly what they are, personalities. They are not the person in real life. They are personalities that you see on a screen. So you see, I'm in the green room. You recognize this green room?
Yep.
I'm in the green room, bro, with my shit on. I was like, Krista, take some pictures. This is you see the LED lights. This is legit cosplay. This is not a costume. All right. For those of y'all who don't know the difference between a cosplay and a costume, anybody can order a costume off of Amazon or go to Party City and just throw it on. But cosplay is cutting holes in your jacket, weaving them with LED lights that you've purchased, and also manufacturing gloves with LED lights at the end of them so that they blink and flicker as you go everywhere and then walk around. That's cosplay. So that was how that happened. And this is, I think, which year was this? Looks like this was the year 2014. 2014 was the year that this happened with Aries. So Aries, if you're out there, bro, I hope you change. Don't be afraid of black guys opening up for you, bro. It's all good, man. You're gonna be all right. I know you got your ass beat by one of them in the studio.
Yeah.
Karma. You know, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? But don't be afraid of us, bro. Look, if it wasn't for black people, you probably wouldn't be where you at right now. So don't shit on us once you get in the door. Keep that door cracked, homeboy. You know what I'm saying? I could never be that guy. My door, this is so stupid. My door is always going to be used to escalate and elevate people who should be at a higher level, in my opinion. So everybody in my circle who's ever been around me, you know, on this panel, if anything, y'all see like whatever resources I got is our resources, right? Mm-hmm. I'm like, yo, look, Tyrone, I got this stage. Yo, Ty, I got this broadcast thing. Yo, Steph, I got this show coming up. Yaz, I got these shirts. Yo, everybody in my Minnie, you can attest to this too. Minnie, I be hitting Minnie up like, yo, Minnie, can you come take up? You know what I'm saying? Like, Lisa's come to a show. Yeah, man. Like, Ash, even Ash. Come on, Ash. Like, give me a break. Of course, I try to get Ash at the festival. What's up, Steph?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I'm personally just glad that so far you haven't had beef with anyone that I'm like really dying to work with, because you know I got to ride for the squad. Gang, they don't fuck with Vince. I don't fuck with him. I'm telling you, the day you come in, like, yeah, I saw Michael Ealy in the street. He was so rude. I'm like, I'm logging off. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know. Keep it to yourself.
Shoot. Michael Ealy.
Stop it. Nope. If y'all have beef, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Green eyes, right? Yeah.
Nope.
All right. Well,
those eyes are fake.
I don't care. I don't care.
Got him at Party City. That's a costume.
His eyes and my hair, they are the same.
Nah, I don't got beef.
But you know what, Vinny? You know what, Vinny? Like karma is one of those things where, you know, when you sit there and you do all of the negative stuff that you do, at some point it's gonna come back around. Aries, I remember when Aries first came out, like a long time ago. I remember when he first dropped. He was funny as fuck. Like extremely funny. He did the voiceovers of DMX and the Jay-Z and the Snoop and all of that, and everybody went wow. They was like, "Oh, Aries Spears is so funny." Like hit the level of success that he could have had, the trajectory that he was on, was that similar. It was probably similar to that of Kevin Hart. He was on that same trajectory, and whatever relationships or whatever he was doing behind the scenes caused him to and this is from his lips, get blackballed in Hollywood.
Ironically,
he gets blackballed in Hollywood, and ever since, all we've seen is Aries gain, 150 pounds, and his jokes not be as funny. As a matter of fact, I want to say I've heard him using the same content for years. I'm like, well, dang, you ain't got nothing new. Like, you know what I'm saying? You still using that same old content. And then most recently, like you were just talking about, he went on a podcast and got beat up on the podcast. So I mean, like it's not looking good for him, man. It's just not out here. He's not out here just like, ooh, Aries, So
I want to shout out my dog Ty, bro. That's my nigga right there. Like, yo, that's my dog. Like everybody who come up, he's like, first of all, Darren ain't shit. You know what I mean? This nigga asked for weed. The nigga ain't get his weed. Fuck you. And second of all, Aries Spears using the same shit from his Mad TV days. Fuck you. That's my dog, though. That's how you supposed to be. Ride or die. Real quick before Stephanie answers, you're in for a treat, everybody who's watching. We will be going live on Twitch and YouTube after this, playing Ghost of Tsushima and some other video games. We're going to do some live gaming. We're going to do it in the group. We're going to do it on YouTube. We've never done it before, so it might be really bad.
It's going to be really fun. It's going to be fun.
Steph will be there for commentary, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be like Steph. It's going to be like us, Tyrone, Talim, Yaz, and then Stephanie.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good. I can't lie.
I almost got it. So yeah, man, go to the New Blurred Order on Twitch, and we'll be going live there. And we're also gonna go live on the New Blurred Order YouTube page. But anyway, you about to say something, Steph?
I was just gonna say that I love the squad support. Like, you get in some groups and somebody's like, yeah, fuck this person, I don't talk to them, and you get 2 or 3 people like, well, that's that person's opinion, like they don't represent the group, but we're all just I'm like, I don't know these men, but I guess I don't fuck with them either. We're not friends. Like, I just love that everybody is on. I see, Tyleem, I already know. I'm like, let me tell you about this lady Sasha, my neighbor. Tyleem's like, fuck Sasha. We hate Sasha. Like,
yes, exactly.
I love the support.
That's how we get down, man. You fuck with one, you fuck with the clique, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just how. I mean, it's not meant to be, meet us outside at 3:00 type shit. Right. But it's just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we a unit. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
so, like, we don't fuck with
you. Speak for yourself. Meet me outside at 3:00. I'm there. I'm all the smoke. I say it all the time. I'm with all that shit. Like, we the one podcast y'all don't want to just take it there unless you ready to fight, because I'm ready to fight.
I would write a strongly worded letter to your attorney. I won't like it.
Always
charge my crystals, man.
I'm like, okay, how can we come to an amiable solution? Amicable solution to this. I think that
we send Tyrone first. We send him for negotiations.
If it gets past the diplomat, then
Tyrone's the dude. What's the dude in Boba Fett with the head tails? We send out this is my favorite part. I know how to negotiate. I got this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me read this. Oh, it does say here we can actually talk this way. Oh, beautiful.
All right. Well, I guess we should start. We should talk a little bit of nerd stuff, man. I've been reading the Moon Knight comics, and I wanted to show y'all. I have it. I think it's still by my bedpost, and I don't want to run all the way upstairs. So y'all just had to take my word for it. I went and got some of the Spider-Man comics that I've got with some of the appearances from Moon Knight in it.
Oh,
Moon Knight, who's I think he has multiple names. Spectre,
Mark Spectre
is one of his one that he clings to the most, but he answers to multiple names, and he doesn't know what the other one is doing outside, and he's not a very strong guy. Like he gets power from the moon, but he's not. You know, this we're not dealing with somebody with superpowers that can. You know, this is a guy in a costume with. Oh look, I tell you what. Let's watch some of the.
Batman.
He's kind of a Batman. He's more Batman, less. You know what? Now that I think about it, yeah, he's like Batman with a hint of like Shazam, in that his suit helps him get like more powers. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's more like Nightwolf from like Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? Because like the axe, like with the boomerang. I feel like those two are kind of entwined.
Okay, I like it. I love the reference.
I'm going 1990s. Sorry, y'all.
That was a good reference.
Batarang, maybe.
All right, I love the Batarang. Yeah, I love it. So here's a little fun little clip, real quick on Moon Knight, and then I was supposed to start with Morpheus, but I screwed up, and I already mentioned
Morbius, man, not Morpheus.
Morbius, my bad.
Oh, discombobulated.
Yeah, discombobulated.
Morbius, bro.
Sorry.
I want that mashup. Somebody needs to do that.
Morpheus,
what if I told you I'm gonna bite the shit out of you?
All right, well, here's the Moon Knight joint, yo, and I haven't actually seen this shit, but Tyrone says it's a lot of fun, so let's check it out and see what it's talking
about. Do we just hang out in here now until the show comes out?
Relax, all right? They're serious about the no spoilers thing. Turns out.
I don't know. I think we do have a lot to say about our show. Like, for instance, the fact that it's that's Mr. Knight.
Any of that.
Yeah, but you can say that there's.
Hello, this is literally why we're never going to get out of here.
You guys getting any reception? Wi-Fi, 5G?
Baby group.
Isn't it?
No! A little off the wind. No good. I didn't factor the wind. No good.
Okay.
I love this energy. I just love this energy. I feel like they should do one of these for every Marvel show that comes out from now on. Like, I need to see that.
You don't think that'll make it played out a little bit if they do it for every show?
Nope.
Well, only ones that are appropriate. You know what I'm saying? Like certain ones, like
they're all appropriate.
Like, but also you get to like, I don't know, it gives like the actors' personalities. Imagine Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan doing one of those. How much fun would that have been? You know what I mean?
True. With Zemo,
Robert Downey would, like that. He would have killed it.
And I feel like Tom Holland should just be in the waiting room every time, no matter what. You don't need any franchise. Just
and Zendaya just like looking at everyone walking in there, like.
Also, it was like it was fun. It was full of little Easter eggs and stuff. You had the Watcher up there. You had you had Kate Bishop's arrow.
I didn't see the Watcher. Where was the Watcher?
They had a Watcher poster in the back.
Oh, and Thanos' snap was on there, like right next to it too.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool.
And they kept spotlighting the comic book werewolf because they're
that's Werewolf by Night.
That is something that is in the works, and it also kind of alludes to and it really opens the door for the questions: is Moon Knight going to be connected with this whole Monsterverse that they're coming out with Blade so. and you know once Blade comes out, the Monsterverse is fully Black Knight. So is Moon Knight going to be part of that verse, like
Ghost Rider?
You know,
Yeah, that's that. I mean, there's the potential there is amazing. It's gonna be. I can't wait to see how far they get into these sort of like mystical, hellfire kind of elements, like that kind of thing. They can go in so many directions. As we all know, Mephisto is a huge name that pops up whenever we start talking about these things. So maybe one day.
One day
Hello,
we will see him.
Yes, finally. Ty's been we've been since the Mandalorian. He's been trying to put
yeah.
He's like, yo, I don't know who that is that just flew up in the X-Wing. I think it's Mephisto. Is that Mephisto with the green lightsaber?
Or Ultron. It's either Mephisto or Ultron. Ultron and Mephisto.
Right.
Ultron.
Yes.
That's why I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see Doctor Strange.
What's up?
Yeah, I can't wait to see Doctor Strange just so I could be like, oh my God, yes, Ultron!
Bro, just think how epic is gonna be when like the bots come on and I'm in the movie theater like, that's my nigga right there. Like, yeah, I'm be going wild. I can't wait.
They might kick you out the theater.
Yo,
your ass right out the theater.
Yeah, be like, damn, I just got to see the first 10 minutes of the movie. All right, I guess I'm coming back.
Yo, all right. I have a question for you, Yaz. Now, as you know, this is the name of our show is New Blurred Order, right? And we always tend to spotlight, as you do so masterfully, one time for Yaz, who keeps the memes, not just memes that are funny, but she'll post like the first Black woman to go to space. Today, a Black girl became, the youngest Black girl in Alabama to get into Harvard. Like, she posts all of these things, just highlighting, the achievements and accomplishments of Black people, people of color. And we sincerely appreciate that. So with that, I'm just a little curious. We are now about to enter a show called Moon Knight, and the lead actor is of Latin descent. I mean, for us, I'm just gonna pull down this wall real quick. I'm gonna keep it real. Yaz is Puerto Rican descent, all right. And we're some of us on here, we have different things that we identify as. Some of it's mixed, as Black, as whatever, whatever. I consider us all Black either way, because we all come from Wakanda. In the end of the day, but specifically for you, Yaz, as a proud Boricua mommy, like, does it do anything for you? Like, Minnie just mentioned that there is that he's a Latino that's going to be playing Moon Knight. Does that do anything to you, or is it just like, whatever? It's just another movie.
Well, yeah, because you gotta think about it. So Chung Lee, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think the minorities right now, we're, like I explained to everybody, we are finally making our splash, and that's exactly how it should be. Because, like, I mean, there are more of us, no offense, but there are more of us than anybody, and like we never get our due diligence. So yeah, I'm excited, and I'm also excited for a live action Miles Morales, because like Miles is Black and Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? So, and people. My biggest thing with like being Spanish is like people don't see us in multiple colors. They see us as like white or Black. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican. My grandmother is Puerto Rican, and she is darker than probably your grandma. Like, she was so Black, her skin was a different texture. You know what I'm saying? My grandfather, he is so light skinned, you would think he was British. So it's just like we come in all different sizes and shapes and colors, and people don't really see that until someone like tells them it. So it's nice to finally get our recognition, and I'm excited, and I pray Oscar Isaac has done always a great job, and I'm sure he's gonna be killing this. And I'm not gonna lie, we're probably gonna be like, yo, I gotta get a Moon Knight cosplay now. You know what I'm saying? Like, wrap me up like a fucking mummy, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. Like, so
yeah, that's real, man. Yo, well, I mean, you bring up a good point, and not to stir the conversation too far in another direction, because we are going to run low on time, and I definitely want to get on this Ghost of Tsushima. But there is, I think, in today's era, with the whole notion of woke and the whole notion of being aware for other cultures, we've also convoluted and unfortunately confused the two concepts of race and nationality. You know what I'm saying? So some folks. And I'll do this at shows. I actually have some footage of me, like I'll be like, oh, let me guess, you're one of those white people who's not white, you're Scandinavian, right? It's like, I'm not white, I'm German and British. Like, okay,
you're white, yeah.
What is that? Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? You're white with a Farfignugan. So it's like, when I hear that people have expectations of Puerto Rico, which, let's just keep it real, Puerto Rico is a mixed island because it is mixed of the indigenous and the slaves and the slave owners. And it was, I mean, it's not too far from Hispaniola. I'm going on my soapbox right now, but that's kind of why folks of like Latin descent typically are referred to as brown, because it's the combination of black and white, you know what I'm saying, and the natives. So it's this thing. So it's just dope that we have actual representatives for these movies, especially for the Latin community. Like, I'm so happy that Amerigo Chavez is she's coming out pretty soon, right? She's going to be in this America Chavez. She's actually going to be in this upcoming Multiverse movie. So you got a strong Latina, like strong, like she got the serum, right? If I'm not mistaken, she has the serum. She's super.
What are you talking about?
I don't think it was
no,
Super Soldier.
This
serum.
Is not.
Yeah, she can make portals and things like that. She's like got this whole like other universal power that
she's not Captain. She's not associated with Captain America at all.
I think she had the shield at one point. Yeah, at one point they had the shield, or she had the shield.
She wears like white. She wears like red, like the American flag on her outfit. So that's why. And it says that she can also transverse the Marvel multiverse. So I don't know, really, like it doesn't really say what her powers are though.
Her powers are she can create those portals that you're referring to, and
the Star Trek
go.
portals.
Yeah. And so, but her like. What you were saying, Tyrone, is like she may have taken the helm, of Captain America at some point,
right?
But like as far as her super soldier serum, that has absolutely nothing to do with her powers.
That's not bad. No,
she's from another planet. She's from another planet, or and
okay. Yeah, I'm not big on America Chavez, so please don't fill up my inbox, right? With
we're gonna talk so much shit about you after the
show. I didn't mean to just like
poke your nerd card.
But I mean, look at the array. Look at the array that we're getting now in terms of representation. You're about to have a Puerto Rican. I don't know what Oscar is. He might be. I don't know if he's a Latin.
I thought Oscar was like Sicilian or Italian or something.
No, he's.
I'll tell you right now.
What did he say? Yeah, he said it. He said so on his SNL monologue.
So he's Guatemalan. And his mother's Guatemalan and his father is Cuban.
Oh, so there it is, the Cuban. That's what we needed.
But I mean, I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican, so you know what I'm saying. Like us Spanish people got all kinds of different kinds of Spanish in them. You know what I'm saying? We all different colors, all different shapes and sizes. You know what I mean? Like legit.
Puerto Dominican. I think she said she is. So yeah, man. Seriously Black. Sorry, everybody, quiet. Seriously Black is talking. All right. American Chavez is the interdimensional being with portal creating abilities and some super strength. That's all we need to know. There's our encyclopedia. When are you coming on the show, serious?
Right?
Like what's up, bro? Let's
and also says her mother actually like injected her and her sister with like superpower. Like
that's the serum.
Superpower. Yeah, the serum.
That's what I thought she had serum.
Yeah. Yeah. Her mom was experimenting on her and her sister, and that's how she got her superpowers.
Oh, it's like a different. Oh, but I didn't. Yeah, I thought we were talking about super soldier serum. I haven't heard about this homemade serum that gives you powers.
I don't know if it's a homemade serum or what.
Can I get those ingredients?
Her mom got some kind of serum and was experimenting on her and her sister, so that's how she like.
I'm gonna need that recipe.
These cold powders,
Is it original recipe?
Yeah.
All right.
Made in the kitchen.
I'm just saying, Marvel. This is why I kind of peeped this from the get, and I've said this over and over and over and over again. Marvel has been leading the way in terms of diversity and the stories of people of color since Stan Lee's been involved. Even though they didn't necessarily put the characters to the forefront in the 60s and 70s, they definitely were there. To have have comic book in the 70s with Valerie the librarian as with an afro trying to climb up buildings with the Spider-Man suit speaks to itself. To have the 60s version of Black Panther and Blade, like these things existed, and the X-Men and we all know about the Professor X and the Magneto being Mark Martin, MLK, and Malcolm X. So Malcolm X. So that we love it. And then now we got not only we have Moon Knight, but then you got Ms. Marvel coming, bringing the Muslim representation and the Indian representation. We just had Shang-Chi bringing us a little more Asian representation. And then you're gonna watch over the next 10 years how DC tries to play catch up. And that's one thing that I think that sticks them in the butt. And I will tell you that Black Adam is going to shatter records. It's going to be great. I'm pretty confident that it's going to, along with the Peacemaker, Shazam, and Zack Snyder and maybe even this new Batman are going to usher DC into another golden age. But they have to increase their they have to get a little better with that diversity element. There's no reason why Cyborg should not have been given his own standalone movie. If you think about it, in the Avengers movie, Justice League movie, he's the only one that doesn't have a solo. Only one. Period. The Flash hasn't had his yet, but it's in production. So I think that speaks to DC's focus.
I don't think they've rested on, and I may be wrong, but I don't think they've rested on that actor being Cyborg. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think because a lot of times when you see stuff like that where they haven't actually done an origin story, it's because they have not committed fully to the actor playing that role. Doesn't mean they're not committed to it being a movie about Cyborg. It's just maybe that they haven't committed to that actor. One of the things that I put it in the chat, but it was an after credit scene that was not put into the Batman movie.
I forgot.
Yeah, that basically showed the new Joker. Well, in essence, a version of the new Joker, because again, Warner Brothers has not committed to the actor being the Joker, but they have committed to the Joker being in, having a role and doing some stuff with the Joker. They just haven't committed to the actor that was used. But that that whole clip that I sent, I was like, yo, I don't know, I kind of liked him.
Let me play this clip. Let me play this clip for you real quick. But it's kind of long.
Yeah, it's so long and it's so boring. God,
yeah, it's kind of long.
They made that shit super boring.
My bad. I'm not going to play the clip. I just realized it's 5 minutes long.
So long and boring. Tell us how you really feel, Tyrone.
No, it was so funny. I was like, okay, Joker, and it's just like it's 4 minutes of super blurry shots of like, you can see some Joker shit, kind of on his face or whatever, and then there's like some close-ups. There's a close-up of the top half and a close-up of the bottom half. If you take 2, you can make a Joker face. Like, and I'm just like, and the rest of the time it's just them whispering at each other. So yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, we're not gonna show the whole thing, but here's a few.
Yeah.
Stills.
Give us some whispers. No, give us some whispers.
Yeah, whispers. All right, we can play it in the background if anything. But one thing
he cut his own hair. Obviously.
I'm severely annoyed with is the Joker verse that they've got going on here with all these different Jokers. It's like, bro, like pick a Joker and stick with it, man. We've got now we now have the what you call it, the Jared Leto Suicide Squad Joker. We now also have the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, and now whoever the fuck this Joker is, you know what I'm saying? And they're not gonna get rid of the other Jokers. They're just gonna exist. Not to mention the fact that who the fuck owns the Joker? Why couldn't they fucking put him in Gotham? They had to call him Jerome and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, look, this looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. That's very cool, actually. This is actually dope. Oh shit! Wow.
By the way, that actor is the guy who was in Eternals as Druig.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Druig's gonna be our new. Okay, interesting.
Well, no. It's not. See, that's what I was saying. Like, if you read, like, this came with an article, and in the article, it said that Matt Reeves did not put this in the movie because he didn't want the focus to be on the Joker. He wanted the focus to be on the Batman and the building of this universe. Right. So, and again, Warner Brothers has not committed to this actor as being the Joker.
Gotcha.
But they released this. Matt Reeves decided to release this later, just to kind of like, I guess, open the door to showing that there's going to be all these different possibilities of villains and growth in this universe.
We need a Catwoman movie.
yeah. So they just haven't committed to this version yet. So that's all.
I'm ready for a Catwoman movie.
I could definitely do a Zoe Kravitz-led Catwoman movie, 100%. And I think they did a good job. If anything, the Batman did was they set up a good potential spinoff with Zoe. Zoe was everything in that movie. And for me, I see no mistakes. I see no notes. I see nothing that I could add to it. She brought the sex appeal, all right, of Catwoman that you typically would see, because Catwoman is always sexy, but still ambiguous in terms of whether or not she's good or bad, because she's really just a thief. She brought, as the writer did appropriately, the romantic, that tension between her and Batman that always existed, even from Adam West days. So I'm happy for that. But yeah, this new Joker looks, I ain't gonna lie, like that's fascinating. I'm intrigued.
He looks like he was dropped in a vat of chemicals.
You know what this looks like to me? This looks like they're setting up a movie based on Arkham, on
Asylum?
the Arkham Asylum.
The game?
Yeah.
A series.
The game? A
series. They're setting up what I'm hearing behind the scenes for DC is basically that a lot of the stuff, even not Batwoman, but Catwoman, may get spin-off series. And I think that would be a better idea to go with the series than to do an actual movie.
I don't know, because the Titans, man, they fucked Titans up for us.
Well, those are two totally. First of all, Titans is a totally different series and a totally different director, and it has nothing to do with this universe. Their universe that they're building off this new Batman movie is a brand new series, brand new actors, brand new directors, everything like that. So what we're gonna get first is the Penguin series. So we'll see, if that has any success. If it does, then it's almost guaranteed that HBO Max will take the same route that Disney Plus is taking, where you're playing these Marvel series that somehow tie into the actual movies.
Okay.
So if that's the case, it wouldn't be surprising to get a Catwoman series, because remember, Catwoman left Gotham.
Right.
So she's no longer in Gotham. So now you would be following her across her little adventures, whatever those might be, and kind of, tie back into a movie when that movie comes out or whatever the case may be. But I would like them to build each one of these characters, whether it be a Joker, whether it be a Clayface, whether it be the Hush or Hush, whether it be whoever they're doing, build those characters and give us a reference point. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not go backwards and have to, be like, oh, well, let's compare this. No, give us an origin, give us a reference point for each of these characters and build it up. And maybe that'll help DC in the long run.
Yeah, I'm definitely here. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yes, you about to say something? Oh,
no, I was just saying. Okay.
I'm definitely here for the Solomon Grundy. But I you know what? I know I've ranted and raved about Mr. Freeze for the longest, and I will stay on my soapbox, and I will maintain that I truly believe that if you give James Cameron or one of these like really noteworthy directors and writers the Mr. Freeze script, they will destroy it, make it a love story about superheroes, which has not been done really, really well as of yet, unless you're talking about like, Spidey and, and all the main characters. Now, the next one I would say that I think should get some spotlight, which I really think there's a lane for right now, especially given King Kong and the rise of the Planet of the Apes. But Grodd, my God.
Yeah, Grodd.
Grodd is a standalone anything. Like, fuck. Like, Grodd, bro? Like a telepathic ape? You know what I'm saying? An intelligent telepathic ape.
That'd be cool.
Just be beat. Yo, I'm here for that. That's basically like Caesar, right? From Planet of the Apes. It's basically like Caesar with super telepathic powers. And I'm here for that series. Like, can you imagine them like birthing Grodd and like showing them like putting the, giving them the serums and making them into that big ape? I think that would work too. And Grodd along with King Shark, And what's I think there's an alligator. What's the alligator? King Croc.
Yes.
Killer
like
Croc.
these
Killer
Croc.
Don't forget Weasel. Don't forget Weasel.
A weasel, yo, you got like a whole freaking animal verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm here for it, yo.
You're on to something. You're like really like the same way that they just did the Peacemaker.
Yeah.
They could do a weasel, a killer croc, a king shark, and a Grodd. They could just do that, just to like, you know, something like that. The delinquents, call them the delinquents, whatever you want to call, whatever you want to call it. But they could probably pull off something like that, man. And you know, for all we know, they might be working on something like that now.
I would love that. I hope they are. Let's hope that that's what it is. Real quick, we only got a few more minutes left here, so why don't we real quick just show what's going on with this Morbius trailer. Let's talk a little bit about it, and then maybe if we got time for Halo, maybe not. Maybe we'll talk about Halo while we live on the gaming system. Yo, I'm geeked up, yo. I'm so geeked up. Y'all gotta tune in. Make sure y'all come back. Hit that notify button. Hit that remind me button. So you can come back. We want to see. I'm literally just want y'all to comment on Stephanie's angles while we're live.
And we'll be on YouTube and Twitch if I'm not mistaken. Right?
I love it. I love it. Look, first thing in the morning.
Oh my
you know what I'm saying? Face ain't even beat yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo.
Which one is the real Steph?
Steph got that Superman change. You know, it's just a
Superman's black cousin, dark kid,
ain't got shit on you. Like, you know,
she put her glasses on. I was like, Stephanie, where you been the whole time? Did you missed everything? It was
He
crazy.
goes from librarian to nymph in like 2 seconds, bro. Like,
you definitely need to be. You need to jump off of some building tonight and save somebody. A crime fight. We're going down to Orange Avenue tonight. And we're gonna save somebody. Anyway, let me go ahead. All right, let's play this little thing real quick, man.
Man.
All right, here we go. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, Morpheus.
Discover
Morbius.
who you're meant to be. The bad guy.
Michael, what have you done?
I was trying to help people. But the cure. It's a curse.
Michael.
I have powers that can only be described as superhuman. But there's a cost. Now, I face a choice. To hunt and consume blood. Or die.
We all have monsters within us. It's up to us to control it.
What if I can't? Michael Morbius. You've been given a gift. Not exactly. Time to let go of what you used to be. Discover who you're meant to be.
All our lives we've lived with death. Why shouldn't they know what it feels like for a change? Just accept who you are.
The bad guy.
Morbius.
Holy water? Really?
You ever seen Lost Boys?
Story of my life.
A new Marvel legend
wrong? I
arrives
still think he looks
exclusively in movie
sexy.
theaters April 1st.
Oh, Tyrese?
No, Morbius.
Jared Leto.
Oh, we
Yeah.
know. Yes, we know your type at this point.
Yeah.
There's
not anything that's surprising.
Actresses
We
do when they
get
have
it,
to
right?
really fast forward
It's all-
a movie.
it's all
Because I
light
can
and
promise
handsome.
you,
We can still
it's not
hear
the
something
same
come from
guy
that
that
video.
you're
My bad.
following
Oh, that's me.
and the same training plan
Whoops.
that you try.
Excuse
The
me,
truth is
tech
that
difficulty here. My
I
bad.
just want to go on record real quick for the last time. and saying this because I feel like we're gonna circle back around to this at some point. I feel like Jared Leto this is gonna be a huge movie for him.
Mm-hmm.
But in case y'all didn't know, he's busy. He's got a couple movies already out. He's already doing stuff.
Shows on Apple TV.
Yes, shows on Apple. Got a thing on Apple TV.
We Crashed, I think it's called.
Yeah, he's busy right now doing a lot of stuff. But after this movie and the success of this movie, I feel like Warner Brothers is going to come out and be like, for sure, that Jared Leto is going to be the Joker. And I still feel like he's gonna kill that version of the Joker when they do the Injustice movie, which I'm assuming that it's on the horizon right now. So I still love him as an actor. I think he's an excellent actor. I think he's gonna kill this role of Morbius. I think everybody's gonna come back like, having a new found appreciation for Jared Leto. And
always had it.
Well, okay. Well, I'm glad we're here. We're here. So just remember I said this when it comes down, because I want Sirius Black. I'm gonna need I was right in exclamation caps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like Thanos. Well, look. I disagree wholeheartedly. First of all, that Jared Leto is going to play the Joker again. I know that you're probably using the new Justice League trailers where he's in Zack Snyder's universe as the Joker as a reference, but I don't think that. I mean, right now we have literally like 4 Jokers. You know what I'm saying? We got whoever this guy is in this trailer we just saw from the Batman movie. We've got Joaquin Phoenix, then we've got Jared Leto, and then of course we still got. Well, I mean, I guess Batman's
all
dead.
in separate universes, though, Vince.
Yeah, but that just shows how stupid DC is. But anyway,
it's also, though, after this movie, though, you have to understand, if this movie does good, this might solidify him in Marvel, so DC won't even have a chance to get him back. You know what I'm saying? Because he's in movies with Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? He's in movies with so many different, you know what I'm saying, like characters. Like you said, Blade. We're about to have Blade come out. So that's what I'm saying. Like, he may not even be shown. Like, DC may not even have a chance at, like, because you just said it. He's busy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't going to go for that little shortcut anymore.
And not to mention 30 Seconds from Mars, okay, his band, for those of y'all that don't know, he's a whole rock star, all right. And I can sing some of his songs too, all right. Once more you say goodbye to you. Things happen, but we don't really know why. Is this not supposed to? All right, let me stop. I don't even think I was listen to
I don't think I like that kind of music, whatever that
was. I thought I was the biggest Jared Leto fan. My bad.
Yeah, yo, his band is dope, yo. 30 Seconds to Mars, they got good music, bro.
I'm not saying they don't, but I don't know their shit verbatim.
I think we should cut now.
From yesterday, let's come away from yesterday. No, nobody. All right, yeah. I'm the only eclectic here. All right. Yeah. All right. Anyway, a few things I want to notice, and then we'll go ahead and we'll wrap up. First of all, Tyrese is in this movie, which makes it worth seeing. Okay, because Tyrese, I love Tyrese. I love his Instagram. I love when he acts out. I love that he cussed out The Rock and got himself fired from Fast and Furious. I love Tyrese. He's the most regular person celebrity that I know. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like, he does regular man shit on a stratosphere level. So I love Tyrese. The fact that he's in here, it definitely solidifies that Stephanie will see the movie on opening night. Number 2,
Ty's face.
If you noticed, I'm not going to replay it because I already closed it. But if you noticed, with most Marvel movies, it opens up with the Marvel thing, the Marvel's pages, right? Did you notice how Sony was like, Sony's face is going to be the first one?
Yeah.
Did you see that? Like in the transition of the companies involved, it went Sony
Studios.
and
Sony
then
Pictures in association with Marvel Studios.
In association with Marvel. Like Sony is trying to step from underneath Daddy's wing and say, look, bro, we don't need Marvel. We got our own thing going. And they've been trying to set this up for years with with the Spider-Man verse, with the Amazing Spider-Man leading the way, then Venom coming in right after. And this looks like it might be officially their major ticket to breadwinning. What's up, Steph?
This is incredibly tangential, but also relevant since you brought it up. For the record, Tyrese and I have a beef because if you've ever paid attention to his song's Signs of Lovemaking, he shouts out everyone but Aquarius, which I learned years later was on purpose because he had a terrible relationship with an Aquarius woman. So he purposefully wrote the song and shouted out every sign but mine. So ever since then, me and Tyrese have not been friends.
Hold on. Whoa.
Listen to Signs of Lovemaking. He says literally every sign but Aquarius. It is so rude.
Yo.
I'm personally offended.
Okay. Hey, he says to tell you that was specifically directed at you. And
I
that
know. I know. I received it that way.
He said, if you got problems, holler at his baby mama Yvette. From Baby Boy. All right. Sorry.
Ash, he's yours. Ash
Ash is like, take him over here so he doesn't know. Say, I'm on over here, but can't take him. Yes, I need to say I'm on. I'm sorry, there's a bad Ash accent. I don't do Ash.
Jared is gonna be one of the most wanted actors after this movie. Trust what I'm telling you.
Listen. Jared Leto is a whole vibe. If you could just keep it real, all right. He's a vibe. All right.
I'm glad you guys agree with me now. We're all seeing eye to eye.
No, I mean, calm down. All right, cuidado. All right.
I don't have this same affinity for this dude.
No. After the stuff I read about him on the Suicide Squad set, of him taking stuff way too seriously.
He does it all the time.
This dude is weird.
Well, I mean, I get it, because when you're a guy who feels like he constantly has to prove himself, you know, you're in multiple industries entertainment-wise, so you have music folks saying, oh, he's not really a musician, he's an actor. You got actors saying, "Oh, he's just a pretty face and a musician."
If he weren't like Oscar nominated and shit, then I would agree with you. But he gets plenty of respect. He's just a weird dude, and like in a way that often inconveniences a lot of people. And that's just seriously, like he makes himself a pain in the ass. And I feel like eventually Hollywood's gonna be like, "All right, that's enough." Like, yes, you're a method actor, but it's not that great. Like, calm down. Maybe try a different technique.
Right.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Be weird, but in a way that doesn't inconvenience others.
Makes sense.
You
hear that?
And y'all are gonna see. Y'all are gonna see. Marvel has a way of magnifying one's career and blowing you the fuck up overnight. And I think that, like I've said, he's always been a good actor. There's no argument up here as far as that, his acting prowess. So he
is actually one of the very best actors, and we're going to keep talking about this a little bit more after the show. Tyrone,
official prediction,
Tyrone,
real quick. Official prediction: as if he gets this popular, it's only a matter of time before it comes out that he actually does eat people, and that's going to be the end of his career. That's my official prediction.
And on that note, we'll go ahead and leave. Well, guys, we're not going away for the day. Give us about 10-15 minutes to regroup, and we're going to go live in the group and on YouTube and maybe even on our Twitch page, so that we can get some folks seeing us playing these video games. But as for today, yes, we've discussed a lot of things, and if we did bring your name up in not the most highest of spirits or whatever, then we don't apologize.
Meant to.
Yeah, we don't apologize.
Your face looks so convincing.
We said what the fuck we said, and we meant that shit. Puss asshole. Fuck with your boy. We gotta go now though. So if y'all don't recall what we say, as always, be your authentic self. If you ain't being yourself, you're being fake, and ain't no fun in that. And it's always in all things you do. If you a geek in real life, go ahead, let that geek flag fly. See you in a few minutes on the gaming system. Let's run it.
Fighter 2, I just really hate Zangief, only Ken and Ra 2. I find it hard to be Blanca, keep a wee ninja hanging, and our uncle album banging. If you negative in energy, then stay out the vicinity of the niggas over there. Yeah.